People keep suggesting all these different services that we should try with Jasant so that he can learn to be self-sufficient and independent and all that. Occupational therapy, ABA therapy.
He has all of them.
What else? Speech therapy. We should teach him sign language. We should get him an AAC device, and etc. etc. What is your response to this? What has he had?
As his bio mom, I've been doing this for. I sound like DMX. I've been doing this for 15 years. Yes, I have. So it just sounds about to be 17 in March. Everyone thinking about that. Oh no, maybe you should try this. People need to understand. Certain autism is commercialized. So you all see certain people that are functioning and so on and so forth. Jasant was diagnosed with global developmental delay and severe autism. Now, before you get offended and say, oh, don't call it that, severe autism, it's on his medical records, okay? So don't come arguing with me or my wife. Go argue with the medical professionals. And just because this worked for your cousin, sister, brother, son, or daughter, that's why it's a spectrum. Mm-hmm. It's not something that could be pinpointed at this point. He has received every services under the sun.
Consistently for years since his diagnosis.
And when he was first diagnosed here in Maryland. And Florida, whenever I went to the doctor, I'm like, something's wrong. Like, something's wrong with my son, something's wrong with my son. They're like, no, he's just a late bloomer. He'll be fine. He'll get to it. He'll start speaking, blah, blah, blah. So when we got to Maryland, at the time I was married to David. And when we got to Maryland, took him to Walter Reed Medical, they're like, no, you're right. Your intuitions were right. And he does have something.
Okay, so that was when he was 2.
Yes, he was 2. And he formally got his diagnosis on June 2009. When we came to Maryland, he started infant and toddlers. They were aggressive with it. Maryland has always been the best so far. As a military parent, they've always been the best state so far with dealing with autism. And we live in Montgomery County, in case some of you are in Maryland. And they were aggressive. They were aggressive with coming in. They sent just like an army of different specialists to come work with Jasant. And he had the services consistently until he was 7 years old when we relocated to Colorado. Please understand, there's severe. So that's why I don't judge. When I see a parent out there just struggling and the kid is just screaming, having a meltdown, and you're just like, oh, that kid needs a whooping. You never know.
Yeah.
A whooping is not going to fix it. Please understand, I was young. I was 19 when I had Jasant, and I was still stuck in that mentality. So when Jasant wouldn't listen to certain things, I used to, just spank here and there. But then eventually I started to say, nah, that's not going to fix it. Spanking is not going to fix this. Mm-hmm. So that's when we found out that something else was wrong. So please understand, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what drug you recommend. Jasant's been on all of them. He's an anomaly. He is an anomaly to a lot of professionals.
Yeah.
He's been on all the drugs you could think of.
He's had all the therapies you can think of. What about speech therapy? He's nonverbal.
Speech therapy. Oh man, they have tried it multiple times. Matter of fact, when he did manage to finally get speech at the home, someone came at the home. That was in Colorado. After 2 months, she quit. She said this was not possible. She quit. We have tried PECs. PECs are picture exchange systems where you can show different pictures and he selected. Jasant, he's smart in the sense where like he wants you to leave him alone. He doesn't care for it. So it's a 50-50 for him. So he'll just pull something out. And then you're thinking like, yeah, you did it. No, he didn't do it. He just picking something out so you would leave him alone.
Mm-hmm. Or so that he can get a treat.
Yes. So PECs, we've tried the PECs. We've tried everything you could think of. Doesn't work. All right. So please be mindful. And the only thing that I will say that we haven't tried, it's stem cells. That's the only thing I could say that I haven't tried. But everything else you could think under the sun, holistically, medically, everything you could think of, I have tried it.
And even then, you have did a lot of research into stem cells.
Exactly.
We will continue to do everything that we can by him, but at the same time, we are very realistic about his functionality and where he is. He truly is severely autistic.
Exactly. So please understand, there are mamas out there that are experiencing this. Children with severe autism, they don't know what to do. And when people are commenting like, why does he wear this backwards? Because I've learned what happens when Jasant is able to take off his clothes. It's a shit show.
Literally.
It's a shit show. I know what it is where when he throws his tantrums, when he is now acclimated to his medication. It's terrible. So when you see these parents that seem like they can't control their kids because they're having a meltdown, they're destroying things, that happens. Severe autism. So before you all start commenting and saying, oh, I would do this, I would whoop their ass, you're going to jail. And I hope you go to jail.
Be compassionate.